Okay, you guys, Adam and Jamie are doing a water myth. I think it's only appropriate that we do a fire myth.
Yes! Time to let out the inner pyro. Fire.
We've got 2 myths you can unleash it on. First, if you throw a fire extinguisher into the fire, will it explode and extinguish the fire?
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
And second, we're going to be looking at walking on hot coals from a scientific perspective.
Kick ass. I've always wanted to walk on fire.
All right.
Hold your horses, Tory, because first up, it's fire meets fire extinguisher. According to our fans, the myth goes like this. If you fling a fire extinguisher into a fire, the heat builds up pressure in the tank till it ruptures. Then all the retardant spills out and douses the fire. Or does it?
Okay, so how are we going to test this one?
Well, this one's pretty straightforward. I say we just build a giant fire, put the fire extinguisher in, see what happens.
You know, there's not a lot of specifics to this myth, so let's take the 3 most common fire extinguishers with us.
So that would be water, chemical foam, and carbon dioxide.
Yeah, you did your homework.
Always do.
And before the team further fan the flames of their pyromania, Tory, of all people, coordinates the experiment's safety features.
So what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna stick my fire extinguisher up here like this. So I hit the quick release, and the fire extinguisher goes in the fire. For my next trick, I will vanish in thin air. I wave the magic wand.
And abracadabra, they've arrived at their home away from home.
We're here at the Alameda Bomb Range, and we're going to test the myth that if you throw a fire extinguisher into a fire, that will explode and extinguish the fire.
Yep, the guys intend to put the blowtorch on 3 everyday types of fire extinguisher.
The myth that a fire extinguisher can fall into a fire and extinguish the entire fire is sort of general. It doesn't tell what kind of fire extinguisher. So we went and got every single kind we could. We have water, we have carbon dioxide, and we have chemical foam. One of these might work.
First up for the slide ride into the fire is the most common type of fire extinguisher, CO2. And to understand why carbon dioxide is used as a fire retardant, here's Fire Physics 101. Fire needs 3 things in order to burn: oxygen, fuel, and heat. Remove one, and the chain reaction fizzles out. Which is exactly how CO2 works. Being heavier than air, it blankets the flames, replaces the oxygen, and the fire triangle collapses. But if you chuck a high-pressure CO2 canister onto a fire, will it actually blow up and put the fire out?
Now this one is under the most pressure, 800 PSI, but it's probably the least likely to explode because it has a pressure release valve, and this prevents it from exploding.
And Kari's cocksure, it'll be a fizzer.
There is no way a fire extinguisher is going to fail so catastrophically that it explodes and then extinguishes the fire.
But despite everyone's conviction, she and Grant hunker in the bunker, while Tory, with his pre-flight check complete, launches the CO2 tank.
Ready? Ready?
Run, Tory, run!
And then beats a hasty retreat. Down the hill, Tory only just has time to get his breath back.
It sounds like something's hissing.
Yeah, the safety valve released.
Before the experiment fizzles out, as the pressure relief valve does its job. And 15 minutes later, it's empty.
It's a good testament to the safety feature that's built in there. It's designed in an overpressure situation, such as raising temperature, to vent all the CO2 safely. As far as this myth goes, it's busted for the CO2.
Hold your flaming horses, Grant. There are still 2 other types of extinguisher to test: water and foam. And unlike the CO2, neither has a safety valve. Will flinging a fire extinguisher into a fire make it explode and put said fire out? Kari, Grant, and Tory have tried a CO2 canister, but it was a fizzer. So, how about a water extinguisher?
It's a relatively simple system. This is a pressurized tank, and it's meant to have both liquid and gas in it. Put this in the fire, heats up the water, creates steam, increasing the pressure, and hopefully rupturing the tank.
Unlike the CO2 tank that's stored at 800 psi, The water extinguisher is only under 100 psi, but it has no safety valve. And we know what happens when you add heat to a sealed water container.
When Jamie and Adam did exploding water heater, they found that by having less water in their pressure vessel, they could generate more steam and thus a bigger explosion. But what we're after here is actually putting out the fire. So I'm not going to empty the tank all the way down to the bottom. I'm just going to empty halfway because we're still going to have some water to try and put out the fire with.
So while our twisted fire starters do their thing, let's get a prediction from Kari.
Even if there's a rupture, I don't see the fire going out. This is a big fire, and I just don't think that there's going to be enough explosion to put it out completely.
All right, so the fire is ready. So this is water extinguisher.
All right, let's do it.
In 3, 2, 1.
At over 1,000 degrees, the burning coals rapidly convert the water inside the tank to steam under ever-increasing pressure. And remember, there's no safety valve on this one.
Hopefully we'll get a rupture.
So then water will go everywhere and put out the fire if the myth is true. If not, it's busted.
Yep. Right.
And 5 minutes in,
Oh, look, it's ruptured. It's actually spraying out water right now.
but the volume of water is insignificant compared to the size of the fire.
No explosion, no fire going out.
No. In fact, right now, that's not any more effective on the fire than, like a tea kettle.
Yeah.
It's going to take something with a little more kick to snuff out this fire. But at the 9-minute mark, the canister has conniptions.
We almost took out the thermal camera.
It actually came at us!
Obviously, the tank didn't vent the steam fast enough. When the pressure got too high, something had to give.
Now, it didn't explode or put out the fire, but it did turn into a little rocket. And the whole can, flipped over and then it went straight at us.
But as far as the myth goes,
So far, this myth is looking busted.
yep, so far that's 2 in the busted bin. But up next, the foam fire extinguishers in the firing line.
Next up, chemical foam. Now this is an aqueous film-forming foam. This is for Class B fires, which is flammable liquids like solvents or oils or that sort of thing. Tank's rated for 300 psi, but just like water, they only fill it to 100 psi. We're gonna throw this in the fire, see if it explodes and extinguishes it.
And just like the water-filled tank, it has no safety valve. And of course, it goes without saying, this shouldn't be attempted at home.
I think the fill valve will be the first thing to go. It'll hiss out. And potentially we could have another mini missile. But as far as explosion goes, I don't think so. Here we go. Foam extinguisher in 3, 2, 1.
And in she goes.
We got 9 minutes before the last one blew.
You gotta bring cards?
Now, let's do charades.
Okay, you first.
Okay.
Two words.
I get you.
Sounds like.
It put out the fire! It exploded and put out the fire!
Oh my God!
It's spraying!
Oh, it's rain.
Oh God!
Oh,
Yep, the foam-filled canister blew the fire into the next county.
That was awesome!
Where's the canister?
I don't know, but it definitely exploded and it put out the fire. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, I'd say there's still a few embers, but it is plausible at least.
Oh, definitely plausible. Look at that. That could put out a fire.
All right, maybe this isn't the safest way to put out a fire, but it put out a fire.
Oh, I love it when I'm wrong. I was totally wrong. I thought nothing was going to happen. This is an extremely exciting result for us because, first of all, it was a result that we were not expecting. All of us were totally wrong. The chemical extinguisher blew up, made this myth plausible.
Yep, it blew out the fire all right, but not in exactly the same way the myth described.
Put out the fire!
It wasn't the sudden release of the canister's retardant that dampened the flames. The explosion simply scattered the fuel to the far-flung regions of the range. And this success has given the guys an idea for one more test. Another 800 psi CO2 canister, but this time with a dangerous difference.
You know, there's no safety feature on the water or on the chemical foam, and that was kind of exciting. So we're gonna see what if for some reason there was a fault in the system? What if that safety feature wasn't there? What would happen?
Unnecessary? Sure, but it sounds exciting. Remember, these two were only under 100 psi. So can they extinguish a fire by taking the safety out of a CO2 safety valve?
In 3, 2,
Kari, Grant, and Tory are tinkering with exploding fire extinguishers. But more on that later. Next, they're mulling over the myth that walking on hot coals is mostly a mind over matter.
You know, I've always been really curious about firewalking.
Yeah, me too, and I've seen people do it, but they're always in like a trance-like state. So I was wondering, is that something anybody can do?
Yeah, is it mind over matter, or is it a technique based in science and ultimately an explainable phenomenon?
Exactly.
Well, first, why don't we go talk to some experts, find out how they make the fire, if there's a special way to walk on it.
All right, let's go find some firewalkers.
So how exactly do you walk on red-hot coals without searing your soles?
Better to be rare than well done.
Many MythBuster fans think it's all down to mind over matter.
For reasons completely unknown to science, the dancers emerge from this ordeal entirely unharmed.
Or is it a matter of science? And to begin answering these, oh dear, burning questions, Kari and Grant take a firewalking field trip.
So we're here on a fact-finding mission. We're in Sonora, California, and we're here to observe an actual firewalking class being put on by the Firewalking Institute of Research and Education. Hi, are you Tolly?
I am Tolly.
I'm Grant.
Incredibly, Tolly teaches his students to walk across coals burning at 1,000 degrees.
All right, 1,000 or 2,000 degrees, that seems crazy to me. It seems like you're grabbing a pan out of the oven without using oven mitts. Can you just walk normally across the coals, or is there some sort of special way to do it?
Well, actually, the special way is to walk like you're walking down the street. You don't want to run because then you'll be pounding your feet down into the coals. You don't want to stop. You want to take light steps.
Well, it's easy to talk the firewalk talk, but let's see you walk the firewalk walk.
You learned this in the Boy Scouts?
I was never in the Boy Scouts.
Kari and Grant watch closely as the class carefully construct the perfect firewalk fire. From light up to step up takes just over an hour. But after collecting some daunting data,
I'm getting a top of about 1,300 Fahrenheit.
Kari is convinced that what matters is not what's in your mind, but how hot the darn coals are.
After measuring this fire at 1,400 degrees and hearing that after they rake it out, it only is going to go down to about 1,000, there's absolutely nothing so far that's convinced me that I'm going to walk on this.
But that's not stopping anyone else. The students, in their zen-like zone, glide across without a single injury. But before the team test it themselves, Grant, for one, wants some hard data.
I've seen it done, but I'd like to have a little bit more scientific backing before I'm willing to risk my feet.
So it's back to the shop where the science can begin. And to find out just how much heat gets to the feet, Kari begins by fabricating a fake foot from heat-resistant silicone. Meanwhile, Tory, as per our expert's instructions, prepares to build the fire.
So Kari and Grant have done the research. They learned how to build a firewalk, and now we're gonna build our own in our parking lot. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay down 30 feet of sod. That way we don't crack our cement. Then what we're gonna do is lay down 20 feet of wood. We're gonna light that wood on fire, let it burn down, and start walking. All right, we got fire extinguisher standing by.
Got a hose standing by.
Let's do it.
Now that we have our fire lit, we'll wait 1 hour for it to get to the optimal temperature for firewalking. That's when the coals are just glowing red and we can smush them down so we have a nice flat surface to walk on.
And Tory gets in touch with his inner hunter-gatherer.
All right, should we start walking?
Now let's step over to where Grant's making a sensor, used to assess burning in firefighting outfits.
So this is called a copper slug calorimeter. And the idea is that you have this disc of copper that's an exact size and weight, And based on those characteristics and its thermal transfer, you can connect a thermocouple to it, which measures temperature. You'll be able to predict whether or not you're going to get first, second, or possibly even third-degree burn.
And once wired up, these copper slugs will transmit that temperature info to a computer. Cue Grant's inner geek.
Firewalking is one of these things that's always been shrouded in mystery. And so here we are. We're going to peel back the curtain and have a look inside using science.
Brilliant! And with the sensors embedded in the silicone and the fake feet screwed to the bottom of Kari's shoes, the team's ready to stroll across hot coals.
I'm gonna put these on, walk just like I saw the firewalkers walk, and I'm actually really interested to see what sort of measurements we get. Oh, I feel just like Cinderella.
And after a pre-takeoff safety tip,
If you do fall into the embers, though,
Cry?
cover your face with your hands. You can always wear gloves.
Kari's hot new footwear is finally ready for the runway.
All right, you guys, it's over 1,000 degrees, which is what we saw at the firewalk. You ready to go?
Oh yeah, I see the coals glowing.
Okay, go ahead.
While Kari crunches the coals with her silicone soles, Grant's computer crunches the numbers.
Yeah!
See, that wasn't so bad.
No.
All right, Grant, what'd you get?
I got some really interesting results.
And the first set of results up for analysis is the high-speed camera shots, showing exactly how much toe-touching time there is.
So it turns out that my foot was only in contact with the hot coals from heel to toe for 9/10 of a second. And my full weight was only on it for 5/10 of a second. So right there, it shows you that might be one of the reasons that you don't get burned when you walk across hot coals, is you're not touching the coals for very long.
And what about the temperature and burn sensor data?
The interesting thing is that we don't predict any injury, first, second, or third-degree burns, during a normal walk. So as long as she keeps moving, theoretically, you won't get burned.
A theory backed up by this demonstration that the humble hot coal is actually very cool.
Apparently, charcoal and ash are 4 times better at insulation than wood. So in theory, you should be able to pick up one of these coals, which on one side is 900 degrees, and on the charcoal and ashy side is 300 degrees. So I should be able to put this in the palm of my hand without injury and potentially light a fire. Here we go.
So although the fire radiates heat through the air at over 1,000 degrees, the physics at the point of contact is very different.
There you go.
So it seems a walker experiences low temperatures due to the following: speed of contact, charcoal is a poor heat conductor, and an insulating layer of ash on the coals. Which means it's not looking good for the mythical, mystical method of mind over matter. Science seems to be saying that despite the searing temperatures, your Tootsies don't have time to toast. But there's only one way to find out for sure.
Now that we know that we're unlikely to get burned, is to actually try it ourselves. In 3.
Kari, Grant, and Tory have been testing the tale that if you flame grill a fire extinguisher, it'll blow up and put out a fire. In test 3, the foam-filled tank blew the fire away rather than put it out. So for test 4, Grant's cannibalized a CO2 canister to see if it gives them the retardant result they're looking for.
So this is the fire extinguisher that has the safety features defeated. It's ready to go. It's totally full. I'm going to take it over to the unlit fire now.
Gingerly. And Tory, for one, is sure there'll be a big bang.
Because it's so dangerous, I don't want to be anywhere near it when the fire is lit. So I have some timed fuse, which is in a bag of smokeless powder. Now this fuse will give me 40 seconds per foot, so that'll give me plenty of time to light the fuse. Good, let's go. Get back to the bunker before the fire is lit.
And really, you can't blame the guys for being cautious.
I'm happy I'm back here in the bunker.
The water-filled tank started at 100 psi. This CO2 tank, with safety valve disabled, is already pressurized to 800.
It has been 4 minutes.
Safety valve on the regular
CO2 fire extinguisher has gone off by now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which means it's definitely doing something inside that tank.
Yeah, pressure is building.
Pressure is building, but so is the team's doubt. Maybe the tank has sprung a leak and they won't get the explosion they want. Or maybe they will. And now everybody's happy. A warm campfire, good company,
Don't see a fire.
and a whopper of an explosion.
Did you see how far the tank went?
Officially, using the latest in high-speed camera equipment and ballistics analysis, I'd say you a long way.
Look, it's a log from the fire.
Hot? Fire? What do you know?
Wow.
Look at the fire, or what's left of it.
There's a little left. It's almost totally out.
All right, so this is the only part of the CO2 extinguisher that I've found so far. Look how thick that is. That's like a 1/4 inch. Yeah.
Yep, it's busted all right. But what about the myth?
Well, yeah, it didn't so much put the fire out as obliterate it.
But it put it out. And we got the explosion we wanted.
There you go.
Yeah!
Hello, plausible.
Kari, Grant, and Tory are tackling the tall tale that a trance is your chance for a hot coal crossing.
Yeah.
See, that wasn't so bad.
But so far, the numbers predict that anyone can do it burn-free. However, there's only one way to find out for sure. So a hop, step, and a jump cut later,
Does this seem like a stupid idea now?
We've had a lot stupider ideas than this.
it's the moment we, if not Kari, Grant, and Tory, have all been waiting for.
All right, those coals are all red hot. You guys ready?
There's no turning back now.
Oh, are you nervous at all?
No.
A little.
All right.
After a few moments to psych herself up, Kari's the first onto the foot fryer. Cue the dramatic music.
It's totally not hot.
Despite her levels of adrenaline shooting off the scale, Kari makes it across safely and finds her feet unfried.
It's doable. That's doable.
Next up for their tiptoe into trepidation is Grant.
Yeah, Grant.
And cool as a cucumber, he catwalks over the coals.
Very graceful.
There we go. A little hot, a little hotter than I expected, but I think I made it.
Which just leaves Tory. And true to form, he steps up and charges straight in
Sorry.
Here we go.
before breezing across.
It's not that bad at all. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than that. It looks way worse than it is. It's really not that bad. It's the mental part that messes with you the most. As soon as I stepped on it, it really wasn't that bad. In fact, I didn't even feel it. I had to walk back one more time just to see whether or not they were hot.
That was so crazy.
But you know what? The worst part was what was going on in your head. The physical wasn't so bad.
Yeah, there is not any amount of drumming or chanting that would have made me walk on that coal. But the physics was there. That's what got me through the first step.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. It was hot out there, but not hot enough to burn us.
All right, so this one's looking busted.
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 All right, let's try gasoline-soaked socks next.
Woo!
It seems it's physics that keep your feet from being flame-grilled and not mind over matter. Or is it? What about a mind unprepared? A mind unsullied by the certainty of science?
That was gonna be a lot worse than that.
To find out, let's segue to the next day.
What are you cooking?
We're gonna be cooking, well, at the bottom of your feet.
We're looking at the science of firewalking.
Firewalking! Awesome!
Apparently, Adam would walk over hot coals to walk over hot coals.
We're all set up. Adam just got here, but we haven't lit the fire yet. I want to light it in front of him so he sees how hot this fire gets. So that starts playing on his mind.
It's one thing to think intellectually that I've always wanted to walk on fire. It's quite another to feel the heat of 2,000 some odd degrees at my back.
So Adam's ready for his trial by fire.
You can do it!
And remember, before Kari, Grant, and Tory took their first hot step, they knew they wouldn't get burned.
You gotta tell your feet.
My
to
heart
move,
rate
though.
just went up a bit. Okay.
But Adam knows nothing about the data and the technique of stepping lightly. Will he get across unscathed, or will those red-hot coals fry his feet? Ah, yes. Apparently so.
Woo! Wow! That hurt a lot. Ow was going through my head. As I did it, walk, 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 this isn't so bad. Holy crap, this is pretty bad. Ah! Like that. That's about the thought process.
So it seems that it does matter what's in your mind, but only insofar as knowledge about technique and preparation go.
With no prep at all, I think I made a classic mistake of speeding up and digging my feet into the coals more.
Yep, Adam's hard marching method meant some of the coals stuck to his feet, giving them more time to conduct their heat. Ouch.
Hey, it's me.
And after a call home with the not-so-good news,
So I just walked on hot coals, and I burned the hell out of my feet.
let's break out the burn cream and get this myth wrapped up.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I would have made it across if it weren't for you meddling kids.
We didn't know that was gonna happen. I mean, we all made it across just fine.
Well, how do you explain that?
Well, the science is all there. I mean, you can do it without burning your feet. I mean, it's not magic.
Yeah, in the high-speed analysis, it looked like you were grabbing onto the coals with your toes.
Yeah, you have like monkey feet and you're just picking those coals up.
Okay, so what are you guys calling it?
Well, it's clear that none of us had to be in a trance in order to get across the coals.
Science still wins. It's busted.
Busted.
All right, see you next time.
You're not hurt.
You're right, I'm not hurt. Bye.